introduction for our group. I will intro about Pohon Emas Restaurant. Okay. Pohon Emas Restaurant operation since June 2014. The founder of Pohon Emas is Siti Amizah binti Badrul. Okay. Before being a founder of Pohon Emas, 4 years before, she working with escape company. Pohon Emas restaurant placed at Adisa Ilmu Kota Samarahan. They target the student and employee of government as a their customer. After his business is growing, she make decision to open the new branch at Unimas Unit Kewangan Plaza and College Cempaka. According to our study, we as a student chosen the Pohon Emas branch at Cempaka College.
Okay, now I want to talk about the problem statement. Pohon Emas Cempaka Cafe is very attracting cafe in the Unimas, especially for the residential college in the Unimas. This is because Pohon Emas Cafe Cempaka serves a delicious food and the atmosphere of the cafe is calm and clean environment. However, this cafe consists of two main problems, which are the counter service in Pohon Emas Cempaka Cafe only have one, and the second problem is during the peak hour the queue in that period is very long. So the first problem is the counter. They only have one counter to serve all the customers that come to the cafe. This counter might impact the time period taken by the customer when they being served at the counter. At the same time, this issue might cause the counter need to wait in the line for a longer period of time. So the second problem is Pohon Emas Cafe Cempaka during the peak hour the line is very long. There is two factors that make the line too long. One of the factor is the counter. They only have one counter. The second factor is the customer take a long period in the line when they want to take the food. So this might cause the customer behind them need to wait for a long time period and make the line become longer and longer when the other customer come after them. So these two factors might cause the customer intend to bark or barking where they refuse to join the line, and at the same time Pohon Emas Cafe Cempaka will lose their customer. So the customer that barking will go for another cafe to buy their food.
Okay, next we will go to objective. Based on the problem, state that Pohon Emas Cempaka having problem with their queuing and their waiting line system. So through that problem, we have developed a few objectives for this report. First objective is to identify the number of servers at Pohon Emas. From that, we will discover that what type of server that they use to serve their customer. Do the customer satisfied with the server that they use? Then we will discover that how long the time customer have to queue in line to get to be served, and how long the time that Pohon Emas needed to serve one customer. Second problem that Pohon Emas Cempaka facing is the queuing during the peak hours. At the peak hour, they are very long. Based on the problem statement, that is where the second objective is coming, where the second objective is to determine the system capacity at Pohon Emas Cempaka. We have set a specific time. Within this time, we will observe how many customers that comes in, having their meal at Pohon Mas Cempaka. How many customers might come in 1 week. So by those problems that they having in Pohon Mas Cempaka, how we can solve the problem or minimize the time consumed for the queue line and the waiting time when to get served. Final objective for this report is to identify what science management approach that's suitable to be applied in this problem. So with this approach, we hope that this might improve the serving in Pohon Mas Cempaka become more effective and efficient in the future.
Research methodology, we use queuing system and waiting line system to solve this problem. And we also use questionnaire and distribute all the questions to respondents among students in Unimas. Thank you.
Data analysis. From the data that we are collected, there are 26 respondents. Most of them are female, which is 80.8%, and male is 19.2%. Most of the respondents are from College Cempaka, which is 19.2%, and the others are from another college. Many of them are agreed that queuing line during the peak hour, which is 11 until 2 p.m., is neutral, which means not too long and not too short, and collect percentage of 46.2% of respondents. The very least is 3.8% of the respondents. And next, most of the respondents serve less than or equal to 2 minutes by the cashier indicates percentage of 76.9% of the respondents. There are 84.6% of the respondents that are queued in the waiting line before being served by a cashier, and followed by the 11.5% respondents have a queue less than 5 minutes. The most of the respondents have an efficient services by a cashier that on duty, which shows 80.8% respondents, and 15.4% shows that their services not efficient at all. 92.3% of the respondents suggest that Pohon Mas Cafe have to add manpower and a counter, which is shows that 92.3% and 7.7% are not agree to do so.
Channel waiting line model, there are 30% of probability there is a number of units in the system. There is an average of 1.682 customers waiting in the line. Customers wait an average of 3 minutes before beginning to the place order. 70% of arriving customers have to wait for the service to order. 5% change that 5 or more customers are in the system. There is an average number of 2.332 customers in the system. Next, the average time of 2.8 customers in the waiting line, and there are an average time of 4.0 customers spent in the system. Next is the multiple channel waiting line model. Customers wait an average of 0.168 minutes for beginning to place order. Customers only spend 1.388 minutes in the new system. There is an average of 0.098 customers waiting in the line. Probability of customers has to wait for service is reduced from 0.7 to 0.1817. 0.07% chance that 5 or more customers are in the system. For the conclusion, the new two-channel system will significantly improve the operation characteristic of waiting line at Cempaka Pohon Mas Cafe.
find that waiting line at the cafe is slightly long during peak hour. So, this problem should be improved to reduce the waiting line. So that in this problem, we use system queuing and waiting line method for solving. After that, we construct the questionnaire through Google Form to collect the data. And then the first method is single channel multiple system. When using this method, at the end they show this method is not efficient. So we decide to use the second method, which is multi-channel multiple system. So when we use the second method, it will show the improvement service in queuing waiting line is better. This by waiting line characteristic.
By increased time service time distribution. During this busy hour, 11 AM to 12 PM, the customer wait time slightly increased according to the survey by primary data. This issue is addressed by adding one more server, which is manpower, and one counter payment, and will reduce the customer wait time considerably. At the same time, adding one more server during peak operating hour will increase efficiency to serve customer and indirectly reduce the numbers of customer wait time queuing. It also will require initial investment and labor costs. Furthermore, adding more display in warmer and adding the same food so that the queuing length will reduce the hectic situation during the peak hour. It will easy for them to be served to the counter payment. Moreover, it also will lead to customer satisfaction.